Alright dudes, welcome back to the Nether Realm. I'm your host Hayzink, and today what I'm going to do is I'm going to be having a little bit of a discussion about Disgaea's review situation. Now in this video I'm going to talk about the current reviews it's been receiving on the Play Store, along with giving my own review of the game. Now a bit of background, I have played every mainline Disgaea game and I would call myself a massive fan of the series. As well as that, I've also got a lot of experience playing other gacha games like Dokkan Battle, Dragon Ball Legends, 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, and even a game called Walking Dead Road to Survival, which had a massive gacha mechanic to it as well. So I feel that I'm quite well versed to give my opinion on what I think about Disgaea. But before I do that, I want to first talk about the situation with Disgaea and the reviews it's been receiving on the Play Store. Now, unfortunately, if you check the Play Store, you'll see that Disgaea has actually quite low score. It's sitting at around about 2.5 stars just now. Now, I'm not going to go over those reviews one by one, or even highlight any of them in particular in this video. This video has more or less been inspired by my good friend Gacha Talks. I'll put a little highlight of his video here. Now, basically, when he was going through the reviews, one thing that I noticed was a lot of people are doing what I expected, and that is they're judging Disgaea RPG based on the traditional Disgaea games. What that tells me is a lot of these people have probably never played gacha titles before, and they've come over expecting to receive a similar experience to what they would have received on console. But that's not the case. Obviously, if they were to have released a normal Disgaea game, it would take a lot more time, it'd be a lot more involved, and that's generally not what gacha games are. Unless it's something like Genshin Impact, they tend to be a little bit less involved. You sit back, you let things play out, and you level your characters and grind your way to the next sort of a level milestone. That tends to be what a gacha game is. Now, from the reviews, I can tell that quite a lot of these people haven't played one of these games before, because there seems to be a lot of misunderstanding about the banner situation. Now, I did make a video explaining about the banners that I'll link up above, but one of the common complaints that I've been seeing is people saying there's too many paid banners that you can't use free stones on. It's not very fair. Now, paid banners and free stone banners are pretty much exactly the same. The only difference is if you summon on one of the paid banners, you're guaranteed to pull a 4-star unit, which is currently the highest rarity in the game. So to me, as a gacha player, as someone who's played games like this for quite some time, that is actually a fantastic mechanic, okay? You can summon for free with the stones that you've grind up on the banner, and you've got a chance of pulling the character, but you could walk away with absolutely nothing. I have had nothing but 2-star pulls, which are quite disheartening, but it can happen. If you use paid quartz, you know for a fact on that multi you are going to get a 4-star unit. That is massive for a gacha game that's just starting out. To guarantee you're going to get one of the higher level units in the game is absolutely massive. And to me, I actually see that as more of a positive thing than a negative thing. So it's a bit unfortunate that the game is being downvoted on the store for things like this. I just feel that it's a basic misunderstanding from people about how mechanics in these games tend to work. So anyway, I said in this video I was going to talk a bit about what I think of Disgaea. I've already detailed to you that I have played quite a lot of gacha games, and I must say, starting out, bearing in mind that we're only on day 2, I'm absolutely loving the game. Now you can see with the footage that I'm playing just now, while recording this video, I'm currently auto-grinding the item world, which is a really good way to level up your own personal rank, your player rank we'll call it, and get yourself much stronger weapons into the boot, okay? There's a lot of methods to use to do this quickly, and I did make a video detailing that I'll link up above now. So I find the game to be quite a lot of fun. I have been able to assemble a roster of all the characters that I want, and it's all come from free-to-play stones apart from one summon that I used to get my first Laharo, that I used premium stones for. But other than that, every other summon that I've done has been using free-to-play stones. And from playing the game, I've had an absolute abundance of those stones. So to me, I would say that on the surface anyway, at this point, now I may change this later down the line, but at this point, it seems extremely free-to-play friendly to me. There's also an event on at the moment that allows you to recruit a 4-star character for free while playing the game. This is something that you normally find that most gacha titles have. They usually have some sort of an event where you can get a character for free that's tied to that event. Now obviously at the moment they're doing the Christmas event, even though it's not Christmas, but still, you're able to get that character via the Christmas event. Now I believe what happens is the next time there's an event, there'll be a character tied to that and you'll be able to continue to get that for free. So again, each time there's an event, you'll get a free-to-play unit that you can get absolutely free of charge. You'll get a chance to get tons more free-to-play stones through missions and milestones. So to me, I would say that Disgaea is very, very free-to-play friendly. Now, another thing that I would like to say that I like about the game, and again, it was very early on, it's got a lot of depth, it's got a lot of different things to do. The gameplay is the same, yes, ultimately the gameplay is the same. However, you've got different modes that you can travel into to level up your weapons, you've got different story modes that you can go into, and as the game progresses, there's other modes like Overlord's Tower that are going to unlock. So to me, there's quite a lot on offer. I need to wait and see what happens in the end game, but I'd like to think that end game content in this will actually be pretty good. And the reason for that is Disgaea as a franchise, it prides itself on having a good end game. So I hope by the time that comes around about, they're going to have a lot of events in place for high level players. So to me, I would actually put Disgaea up there pretty high, to be honest. I'm currently enjoying it more than Dokkan Battle, which is something a lot of people would probably be surprised to hear. I'm definitely enjoying it more than 7 Deadly Sins, but again, I am a massive Disgaea fan, so it might just be me, but I find the gameplay enjoyable, I find it easy to grind, and honestly, I've not had any massive difficulty spikes as of yet. It's just simply apply the things that you know from Disgaea, which is level up your characters, reincarnate, level your gear, level your weapons, and then you can move on. That is pretty much what Disgaea's always been about, so I don't find this game to be particularly grindy as such. It's just what I expect from a Disgaea title. So overall, as it stands at the moment, I don't want to be too rose-tinted spectacles because I don't feel like I've played enough of the game to give it a definitive rating, but I mean, I don't see any reason why this would be any less than 4 stars at the moment. I'm loving the game, I'm enjoying making content for the game, and I really hope to continue to do so. But what I will say, guys, if you go on to the Play Store and you see a star review that's really low, don't be put off by that, because I honestly believe that most of the reviews, from reading them, are people who are trying a gacha game for the first time and they're surprised that their beloved console franchise isn't being made into a mobile game in the way that they expect. So I think there's a degree of disappointment there. So anyway, guys, if you've enjoyed the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will be back in the Netherrealm very soon for another video. See you later.